I didn't make any of the software shown in this video, but hopefully, sharing my wealth of limited knowledge makes this game a more fun place. Firstly, get your game bin file. I'm not going to debate piracy. Create a folder, extracted. Install any burn. First link in the description. It does not have bloatware, and that's important. Open it, browse extract image file, and then select the bin file. Next. Okay, next. Go to your extracted folder, select it, next, exit, and everything's there. Download AR extract. Second link in the description. Right click, properties, compatibility, run this program as administrator, apply okay. Go to your extracted folder, create a new folder, calling extracted extra. Now, just move the .dat files on top of the AR extract file. Cars is already here. I'm going to move that in extract to extra. Do this for everything. Now you have your geometry and your textures. But how do you convert the textures to real textures? Next, you want to download and extract this program called text export. Open the folder, then go to your extracted extra folder. Drag all the text files over. To note, some of those files have the same name and size, so they will overwrite each other. After you have your files, I would just go to group by and then type, so that way you have your text export exe ready. Just click it, and all your files are converted to TGA. Now, TGA isn't that convenient, so I'm going to convert them all to PNG. Portable network graphics. For that, you'll want xnconvert. Next link in the description. Open xconvert, drag all your TGA files in. Output, make sure this says file name with the brackets. I chose PNG over here, but you can choose JPEG probably. Choose a location. I'm gonna go to my desktop and choose PNGs. Convert, close. You just extracted all the textures from the game. Model extraction. We'll be using Blender 2.9. That's what works. You can try other versions. This one definitely works. Install it. Download the add-on. And preferably, create a file folder structure where this add-on will not move. For example, Blender, up folder, add-ons. Before we install the add-on, we actually have to extract it, put these on your desktop, and then put these in a compressed zip folder. I can delete the rest of it. Now open Blender 2.9. Delete the default cube and spawn in a new one. Go to Edit, Preferences, Add-ons, Install, go to your zip folder location. Now you want to search for its name, PKG. Show it up right here. That looks good. Delete the default cube again. File, Import, Angel Studios Packages. In Extracted Extra, you can find stuff in the geometry folder. For example, I can install the taxi. You can even see the damaged and undamaged model. Textures are automatically imported, although they are somewhat glitchy. For example, just kind of got to deal with it. Let's render that. Uh-oh. I crashed it. Save your projects. I actually crashed. There's still more we can do with models though. Next, you'll want this folder called PSDL editor. Open it, and in extracted extra, at least for me, I'm gonna search for PSDL. There's two of them. We can go to file, open, and after opening file location, copying that, we can paste that here, open. It's not really easy to navigate. In fact, I'd say it's actually impossible. It is an editor. I know nothing about it, but it opens it. So that's better than nothing. Here's London. You can really get in there. It actually sort of does look like the London map. So as an extra, I found this folder on my hard drive, which I'll upload. I don't know what it does because I keep getting an error, but I wasn't able to find this anywhere online, and it's probably useful to somebody because it is asking for an STRTBL file, of which exists in Midnight Club. Now we're going to convert all the audio. Create a folder called audio. Create a second one. Download PS Sound. Ignore any errors. Go to extracted extra. Search this term. You want to select all 838 or however many you have. Copy them into audio. There are some duplicates. Always choose the one with the more bits. Some of these probably sound slightly different. Continue. Go to PS Sound, File, Scan Directory. It's on my desktop. And Audio. I click OK. Select all of the audio things. Click 1, Control A, File, Convert. On my desktop, I have audio converted. OK. And now you have all the audio. You can find some of the hidden audio files. And if for some reason you have access to pre-released discs, you can probably find more there too.
My leg! My foot! My toe! You nutter! Did you see that, nutter? Nutter!
Now we're going to get to modding. You'll actually want to download two text files, Car Classes 2 and Car Classes 1. Car Classes 2 consists of traffic vehicles. Car Classes 1 consists of AI racers and vehicles you are able to choose. You cannot set traffic vehicles to be VP classes, but you can set VP classes to be traffic vehicles. The difference between the two is VA and VP. Next, we want to install Cheat Engine. Yes, it's Cheat Engine, but we're not going to cheat like Billy Mitchell. And then we want to launch Midnight Club Street Racing on an emulator. We're going to choose the Mata race in New York. I'm going to choose the I Smell Bacon race. I'm also going to choose the Phoenix ICX and the Ugly Hot Pink. Now, before we launch, we want to create a save state in PCSX, slot 0, and we also want to launch Cheat Engine at this time. Go into Memory View. We want to choose it to look at the emulator. Here we go. Now we want to choose Memory View. We may have to go back to our save state if we didn't do that fast enough. I'm going to click Launch again, and now Cheat Engine will load the entire thing. Before the race starts, we want to search now for specific terms in the game. Now, going back to car classes 2, I know there is a VA police SUV that spawned. I'm going to search that by pressing Control F in memory view of Cheat Engine. VA police SUV. I'm searching the entire memory here from 00 to 7F, and I'm also choosing text. Looks like it hit here. Don't want that. Looks like it also hit here again. I also don't want that. I'm going to keep going. It's looking for its package now. I don't want that. So don't want that. This can take a while. I'm going to keep searching until I find something that looks like it's part of the level we just loaded. Here we go. This is where we want to be. So VA police SUV. Now, I know this race doesn't have the parking cop as one of the vehicles that can chase you. This seems to mean that all of these mentions of police cars right here are the traffic vehicles. We can test that by replacing VA police SUV with VA sedan. First, we want to go back to PCSX and load our save state. There we go. And we're going to click launch here. And we want to make sure that it is written to. Look at that. It is written to right there. Now we're going to go back and load it again. We have to pause at the right moment. We want to pause the emulator when we see that the bytes have been written to. That way we can edit them. Look at that. They were just written to. So VA sedan, and I'm going to just copy a 0 value. Copy. All right, I'm going to copy it here. I'm pressing Control C and Control V, copying this byte value here, pasting it here after VA sedan. We want the periods there. That is important. Now we're just going to resume. Sometimes the screen goes black, but that's perfectly normal. I mean, we are modifying the RAM. We're doing things not intended. Look at that. These are the sedans. These are not the normal vehicles that spawn. Unfortunately, if we want to modify anything else, we have to do all our work over again. So it might be good to just have a text file on hand for copy, pasting, and modifying stuff. I want to create a fun level. I want to replace all the traffic vehicles with taxis. VA police car 1, you're going to get replaced with VA taxi minivan. Completely overwrites it so I don't have to delete anything. We're going to place you with a VA taxi 4. And since there's extra space over there, I'm going to copy some zeros, paste the zeros over, and this should be good. There are some other sections here with VP police car 1 and VP police car 2. These are the police vehicles that actually chase you in this race. I'm going to replace them with taxis. Specifically, I'm going to replace them with the Marauder taxi. Knowing that there are 3 classes per vehicle in the game, VP taxi class C sounds like it is the Marauder internal file name. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to replace VP police car 1 with VP taxi class C. I'm also going to do that with every other one, including the VP police SUVs. I messed up. I didn't load my save file beforehand. That's okay. What I can do, scroll up to our first edit, VP taxi class C. I'm going to go all the way down until I go to VP taxi class L here. See a little bit more than that.
Copy that.
And now I'm going to go to PCSX, system, load state, slot 0. Click launch. Now we have to go to Cheat Engine, so we're watching when to pause it. I'm going to hover my mouse over the pause button while I wait for the level to load. As soon as the bytes are written, I click pause. Pause. And I just clicked yes, and everything looks like it's working. System resume. Let's go. It's working. Oh no. I'm gonna make sure the traffic vehicles work. Looks like the traffic vehicles are working. Haha. Oh, and the typical rollover maneuver. Unfortunately, I don't know how to modify the weather because this vehicle would be a lot more fun to drive around while it's sliding. We are also not able to modify vehicle specs yet. And of course, you can replace pedestrians too. I haven't experimented with that because it's not really an important part of the game for me. VA Taxi 4. And now let's replace the VP. Dude, I'm gonna be chased by taxis. They are pissed. They're so slow. So it worked. I got the police cars to be replaced with actual driver selectable vehicles. You can even have the Smuggler's Run bunny buggy chase you. You can actually share the levels you edit with your friends if they have Midnight Club Street Race. All you have to do is create a save state. Open PCSX, go to System, Save State, File. On the desktop, I'm gonna create a new folder called Save States. I smell bacon. And now whenever I load the save state in PCSX, even in the main menu, we're back. You can kind of challenge your friends in a way to beat your time. Let's say you're super proud of a time you got on one of your modded races. All you gotta do is go to the end and then save state it. And now when you share that save state with your friend and see the time you scored and try to beat it. And now Yardorama is actually impossible. No way. And add insult to injury. I got boxed in. The garbage trucks might be bigger than the buses too. Oh, it's over. That's not the only thing you can do either. You can make Larry take place of your... Oh, that's the wrong taxi. Trade in your taxi for his truck after you pink slipped his head-to-head race.
Do I look like a cab driver? Hey, don't answer that. You reckon you're gonna race me in that? What is it, a lawnmower?
Or you could make the Kareem follow in career mode actually doable. The possibilities are not endless, but they have increased substantially. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.